suit yourself. But considering that you're using a dueling bike, let's make this a little bit more traditional. Activating the field spell Speed World Deluxe!
Would you look at that, eh? Tough crowd.
Indeed, but you've earned it, my dear. You've come so far.
And they must have a lot of confidence in you, choosing you to represent this new dueling technology. Aw, thanks lads. Although I wouldn't have gotten this far if it wasn't for you.
Aye, just make sure you don't mix up decks again. On our first practice duel, you were the one who used the ground deck. Come now, Douglas, there's a lot to get used to in this new style of dueling. A lot of fuss over nothing if you ask me. Why they even make this new style of speed dueling anyway?
To make it stand out from regular duels. It makes sense. And with the solid mass vision band, there's not much distinguishing it from a regular duel other than just being on a motorcycle. Midlander does have a point, you know, Douglas.
Aye, but these new bloody rules are rubbish. They completely screw us over with this stupid spell card restriction.
Which is why I'm putting this speed spell in the extra deck. So you can relax about that, Douglas.
Whatever. Just make sure you beat the opponent before it beats you.
I'll keep that in mind. Hey, pardon me, are you Miss Emily Pannier? Yep, that would be me. Pleasure. The name's Runner. Johnny Runner. The new announcer. New announcer? What happened to the other one? You know, the cowgirl. Retired. Oh, well, that's a shame. I used to watch her when I was a kid. Yeah, I know, she was great. But hey, I'm willing to do what I can. Anyway, your duel runner's ready for you. We're just waiting for you. Excellent. Thanks again for giving me this opportunity. Hey, you've earned it. Just make sure you do as much as possible to show off these new dueling rules. And try to win, but don't worry about losing either. Got any questions? Yes, who exactly did you get to be my opponent? You haven't told me yet. Oh, you'll see.
Well, that was reassuring. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he'd rigged it so we would lose.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, Sir Hayden. Anyway, we better get moving. We've got a date on the track.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this year's Dueling Grand Prix. I am your new host, Runner, Johnny Runner, and I am looking forward not just to my first season, but to this new era in speed dueling. So, I do hope you have the time to stick around, because this season, we have a whole new cavalry of young turbo duelists willing to make their mark in the world. But before we get to the Grand Prix itself, we've got an exhibition match to show off, just to give you guys a taste of the new dueling rules for every future deluxe turbo duel, or speed duel for short. But enough about all that, let's speed things up and get to the competitors. First off is Player 2, one of the new rookie competitors that will be also participating in the Grand Prix itself, Emily Pannier! Now, don't let her duel runner fool you. It may look a little out of date, but it's upgraded with the latest technology, including an adaptable duel pad, which can be connected and disconnected to her duel runner at any time.
Ooh, rough crowd. Indeed, we're in the big leagues now. Aye, so let's get lucky and hope we're dueling another loser like us, eh?
And lastly, Player 1. Now, if you thought that we were getting another rookie to face up against this girl, oh no. Guess again, because we want to put this new technology to the test, so we got the best of the best. You know him, one of the legendary duelists who went up against Zark himself. The king of speed, not just in this dimension, but in the previous dimension. You know him, you love him, so give a warm welcome to the master of faster, Jack Atlas!
Oh. What? I was going to say fireboxes.
Who rules the duel? Who's the master of faster? That's right, it's me, Jack Atlas! You call that a duel runner? Pardon? Did you salvage that from a scrapyard, or is it out of a railway museum? I couldn't tell. Either way, I thought I was dueling against a runner from the future, not some blue relic on wheels. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have even given you the chance to show off that thing. But my bloody contract says otherwise, so you know what? You get 3 turns. One, so you can set up all the bowling pins. Another, so you can restack them after I've knocked them all down. And one last attempt to try and outshine me before I inevitably crush you, sending you crying for your mama. You won't get another turn after that.
What a complete cad! Don't worry, Sir Hayden. We'll show him.
Who are you talking to? Do you have brain damage already? I haven't even touched you yet.
No, I was just keeping myself occupied while you were wasting time trash-talking me.
Alright guys, our duelists are at the starting line, so let's get this lust for rush underway. Activating field spell, Speed World Deluxe. It's about time. Speed Duel! Alright then, ladies first, I draw.
Be careful, my dear. A legendary duelist like Jack is no joke.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'll start by activating a speed spell immediately. Go, Iron Coupling! Normally, I would only be allowed to activate equip spells in this style of dueling if I have at least 4 speed counters, but this speed spell lets me bypass that limit for the next 3 turns. The only downside being is that I take damage equal to the number of equip spells I activated during that time. But for the time being, I don't have to worry about that. Now, I summon the Tuna Monster! Railway Knight Taliclin! I'll use his ability to bring another engine to my hand. Next, I special summon Sir Hayden to the field. And while we're at it, let's give Taliclin some lovely coaches to pull.
What? What about me? I deserve those lovely coaches.
Not after the stunt you pulled, yelling in my ear last week. You caused me to damage my duel runner. Anyway, these coaches can do a lot more than look fancy. They each have a level, which I can use for synchro summoning. So, I can tune my level 1 Taliclin with my level 3 Sir Hayden and my 2 coaches. Warrior of Steampunk Might, come forth and make history! Synchro Summon! Railway Knight! City of Churro! Now my smaller engines aren't down for the count just yet. You see, when a Railway Knight is used for a Synchro Summon, they can help make the trains for the bigger monsters to pull. And today, City of Churro is scheduled to pull the Express. 2 lovely Express coaches would be nice. And my monster gains 200 attack for each one. That'll be it for now. I'll place cards face down. And it looks like you're on the schedule next, Atlas. What? Are you kidding me? That's your opening monster? Is this a duel or a railway museum? I'll have you know, City of Churro was the first vehicle to ever go 100 miles per hour, long before your duel runner was even drawn. And you, my dear, are someone who's living in the past. Now let me show you what true speed and power looks like. I draw! I summon the Tuna Monster, Red Resonator! Then, I special summon my level 6 Red Warg from my hand. He loses half his attack points, but he won't be around for very long. So it doesn't matter. Now I tune my 2 monsters together. The heaven and earth shall tremble before the king's might. Let the power of one and only one supreme ruler be carved into your soul. I synchro summon the savage soul, Starlight Red Dragon Archfiend! What? Starlight Red Dragon Archfiend already? My, he's not playing around, is he? No, he isn't. I never thought I'd get the opportunity to face Starlight. I don't know if I should be excited or nervous to my core. Now, I'll activate my speed spell, Quick Attack. Normally, summoning Red Warg prevents me from attacking this turn. But thanks to this speed spell, that rule is broken. However, I can only attack using Starlight this turn. Now, Starlight! Send that kettle to the scrap heap! Absolute Power Flame! Hey? My Atlas, you've really made these passengers complain. What's going on? Why is your monster still on the field? Because if City of Churro would be destroyed, I can decouple some of its coaches instead. Then it can avenge its lost rolling stock by destroying a monster on your field. Go, Boiler Blast! What? Red Gardener? That's right! This handy little monster can discard itself from my hand to protect my Red Dragon Archfiend. And assuming your monster can do that again, I'll equip to him my Red Tinker, which will tune up his attack points by 500. Now I'll set one card face down and have Scarlight do his job! Scorching Crimson Flare! Ugh. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo, I'm not gonna throw away my chances of winning for you, as long as Red Tinker is equipped to Scarlight. He can't be destroyed or targeted by any of your card effects. And guess what? He also lets my Scarlight attack twice this turn! Melt that kettle to slush! Not yet. Go! Signals crossed! Huh, what a nuisance. Sorry, Jackie, but you can't run a red signal. This trap also lets me add a new card to my hand. In case you were wondering, I wasn't. I end my turn. And during the end phase, my speed spell Quick Attack allows me to gain 2 extra speed counters for every attack Scarlight conducted. My turn. I draw. Pah! Some luck you have drawing me at this. Wait, why are you looking at me like that? I activate my second speed spell, Angel Baton. This lets me draw 2 cards so long as I discard 1. I think I'll get rid of this plain speaking sort.
You son of a...
Alright, Churro, let's give you some goods work. First, some box trucks. And when these are equipped, I get to add another one to my hand. Oh, and for all you Americans in the audience, I'm not talking about the trucks on the road. Now, let's add some more wagons. And while we're at it, let's give him some coal trucks to pull. And lastly, a brake van, just in case there's an emergency. Hold on, that's 4 equipped spells. You only have 3 spell and trap zones in this style of duel. Yes, but my trucks have a special ability where they can be placed in the monster card zones, in addition to the spell and trap zones. It helps out a lot with space, but don't worry, they don't count as monsters while they're there. But they still boost City of Churro's power, and my coal trucks will give him even more fuel to burn, an additional 500 attack points of it. Not enough to scratch your life points, but more than enough to clash with your Red Dragon Archfiend. Churro, slay that dragon! Ember Swarm! I see what you're trying to do. You think your monster will be the only one left standing? As if! I activate my trap card, Red Gem! This gives Scarlight the energy to survive your monster's attack. Your kettle may be able to do the same, but not without a cost. You're right. I'll get rid of my brake van. But I'm not complaining. Since I did just that, my monster cannot be destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn. It's your move. Honestly, that duel runner and that duel pad of yours are supposed to be the future of dueling. With the way it looks, I'd say it's very much stuck in the past. Take my advice and put your model train away before somebody breaks it. Here, I'll even give you something to help lock it up. I summon Chain Resonator. And since I did summon Chain Resonator, I can use its special ability to summon Synchron Resonator. 2 tuner monsters. Does that mean you catch on fast for a duelist of your quality? I double tune my resonators with Scarlight. Ruler and Devil, they cross here and now. Touch the heart of the Crimson Dragon and rise to the cry of creation. Burning Synchro Summon. Rise, Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Now, let me show you just how inferior that heap of scrap you're riding on really is. Go, Tyrant! Nuke the field! Absolute Power Inferno! Those trucks are gonna pay you back, Jackie. You've triggered my monster's effect once more. Go! Destroy Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend! Alright, I'm getting pretty tired of that stupid kettle, which is why I'm going to do what I should have done turn 1. Activate Speed Spell, Silver Strike! Not only does this negate your monster's effect, but since my hand is empty, I get to draw 2 new cards. I'll place 1 face down and have Tyrant get rid of your kettle once and for all! Scorching Nova Flare! Ah!
Emily, are you alright?
I'm fine. Well, at least Churro lets me add my brake band back to my hand. That doesn't matter to me. You'll probably need all the support you can get, especially considering this will be your last turn. So come on, I already went through this much trouble to show you Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Let's see if you're worth it. If you insist. I draw! Ah, Midlander, right on time.
Pleasure to be of service, Mom. Now let's show this Master of Faster just what rookies can do.
Alright, Jack. I'll start by summoning this monster from my hand. Go, Edward Thomas! Another kettle, I see. Why don't you stop playing trains and show me a real monster?
You have no respect for preservationists, do ya? Now, as I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted, when Edward Thomas is summoned, I can look at the top 3 cards of my deck. I can then add 1 Railway Knight card to my hand and send the rest to the grave. What do you think, Dolgok? I won't be much help to you at this current moment. Best to go all out and finish this duel while we have the chance. Very well then.
Now, by shunting away a few of my coaches and trucks, I can special summon Railway Knight Midlander! And here I was thinking your plays couldn't be even more ridiculous. Just what do you hope to achieve by using that spam can? Well, not only does Midlander lose a level for each of the cards that I shunted, but he's also a tuna monster. I'll also equip my brake band to him, so he can gain a few extra levels. Now then, Jackie, let me show you what a real engine can do. I tuned together my level 2 Midlander, with my level 2 brake band and my level 4 Thomas Edward, loyal knight with a heart of steel. Ignite your fire within and thunder down the line of victory. I synchro summon the pride of the line, Railway Knight, Flying Scotsman! Alright, Thomas, Midlander, let's give Scotsman some coaches to pull. Some express coaches, to be exact. I'll even add a few extras in my hand. It looks like this train is fully booked to see Jack Atlas lose. Now, for every one of Flying Scotsman's precious express coaches, your Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend loses 500 attack points. What? Oh, my precious dragon! You've stripped him of his power! Oh, I've done a lot more than that, Jack. I've set myself up for victory. You see, for every express coach Scotsman has, he can attack that many times this turn. 3 express coaches means 3 attacks. Flying Scotsman, destroy his Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend! Pacific Steel Slash! Ah! Now show Jack who's truly living in the past. Finish off the rest of his life points!
What's so funny? Oh, it's just... You think it's so easy for that little scrap metal of yours to dethrone the king.
I'll be willing to swallow my pride and say that this move has caught me off guard. But this duel is far from over! I activate my trap card! Reject Reborn! Ha! I thought that would be a trap card. It's a good thing Flying Scotsman has an ability of his own. By departing with some of his passengers, he can negate your trap card's effect and destroy it! Well, it looks like this duel really is over. Flying Scotsman, end this! What? Where did he come from? Oh, you mean my patrol resonator? You see, he's like my bodyguards. He puts my life above himself. So, if my life points are threatened, he can summon himself from my hand. That big piece of scrap iron might as well be a toy train. Ugh. Fine, there's nothing else I can do. I end my turn.
Well, there goes that final gambit. Don't lose your funnel yet. We still have another chance. All we have to do is survive this next turn, and we'll be able to turn this duel around.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, which is very, very, very rare, but at the end of my turn, your speed spell would expire, inflicting 1000 points of damage to you for all those equipped spells you've activated. So I could just end my turn here and have that be the end of it. But where's the thrill in that? Let's have my victory be absolute! I activate my last speed spell, Element Baton! This lets me substitute my Resonator with another monster in my grave. So you can bring back your Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Not a chance. Flying Scotsman, negate! You keep aiming for these targets, but your shots only miss! Now I can bring out my real ticket to victory! I tribute my Resonator in order to summon Red Visionary! Since she was special summoned this way, I can bring back one monster from my graveyard with its effects negated. Can you guess which one? The answer's 4 simple words. Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend! Oh no! Wait. Well, you almost had me worried there, Jack. Then again, even if your monster did have its effect, it's weaker than my Flying Scotsman thanks to my own monster's ability. So it looks like your chances of victory have gone up in smoke. Don't even count me out for a second. I won't give you the pleasure of paying off that life point debt that you've been building up for yourself. What? How do you know about my last speed spell? I had my suspicions. Plus, you just confirmed it to me. But regardless, I said you wouldn't last until the end of this turn, and I'm a man of my word. I banish Patrol Resonator from my graveyard in order to add this card to my hand. Go! Absolute Power Force! What? No! Yes! Thanks to this spell card, not only does Scarlight gain an extra 1000 attack points, but it can deal double the damage! And for good measure, I'll banish my Red Visionary from the field, giving Scarlight an extra 500 attack for every Resonator in my graveyard! 5,000 attack points? So thank you for wasting our time with your boring little history lesson, but I'm bringing things back to the present! Scarlight, end this duel! Retire her rusty knight with absolute power force! Ah!
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. But hey, at least the rookie was able to put up somewhat of a fight. And that's what happens when you mess with the Speed King. So whoever dares challenge the Master of Faster in the Grand Finals, better make sure to bring a real duel runner next time.
Emily, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. Bloody heck. What were you thinking giving him another turn?
There wasn't much else we could do, Douglas. You're getting angry over nothing.
No, I'm getting angry because you were betting everything on him just slacking about and using another spell card. Oh yes, my speed spell, Sideswipe. It would have neutralized the damage we took from Iron Coupling, and then we would have gained life points equal to half that. But no, you really thought he was just gonna give you another turn? You really thought that, eh? Well, if that's how he would have done it, maybe Zark could have taken over this world sooner.
Douglas!
No, Taliclin, it's fine. For once, he's right. It was a stupid plan betting on that spell. We were just no match for a legendary duelist. Let's just hope we have better luck in the Grand Prix.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, where the real duels will start.